show where I take very professional celebrities and make them do less than professional work. Are you guys ready to have a good time? Before we begin, one little thing, we do have a Q&A possibly, depends on if I manage my time well this time around. We do have a bit of a Q&A at the end. Please don't be weird. That's the only rule. Do you agree to not be weird? Yeah. All right, are you guys ready to see some celebrities? No, give it order. Brad Swale! Next up, the leg on the line is Brian Grummer! And the winner of the West legend, Olivia Hamm! Let's run the way with Jenny Cool! Right up and run a shot more than 10 minutes ago, Brian Bartley! So y'all can product of Big Red. Today's episode is sponsored in part by Big Red.
I wish.
Welcome guys, thank you so much. Give them a round of applause for doing this and then congratulations for coming. You guys are, like, your resumes are long. And so, you know, and the beauty of what we do now is that there's so much stuff and so much content out there. Would you guys be willing to introduce yourselves and maybe a few of your top three, if you will? It's hard to say what your favorite top is, but
it's not gonna be three.
But like, you know, the three you're known for, maybe. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Brad Swale. I'm a voice actor from Vancouver, Canada. And I've been doing this for a very long time, but I guess to narrow down a couple of roles, Light Yagami in Death Note.
Yeah!
I played Gohan in the original Ocean Group dub of Dragon Ball Z.
Woo! Yeah!
And let's see, for fun, I played Nightcrawler in a show called X-Men Evolution.
I like what you did there. Can you give us one of your most niche weird ones?
Cheeks stick the fuzzy, dude. Bacon in the morning.
Nice. So a few of the ones you've done, and maybe your weirdest niche one. I like that. Just for everybody.
Oh, okay, well, it's not niche because I love it, but I got to play Baby Groot in a series called Marvel Battle Worlds. And, like, not to toot my own horn, but I was a consummate professional actor because on day one, I had all of my dialogue memorized.
Oh my God. You did it without the script?
Yeah.
Nice. Give a round of applause.
Okay, hey, hello, I'm also Brian Drummond from Vancouver, Canada, too. I have to try and tone it down here in Oklahoma with a Canadian accent, so I'll get rid of it right away. I will try to sound like everyone else. Yes, I'm from Vancouver, and I've worked on a lot of shows together, including Death Note. I am the death god Shinigami Ryuko.
Ooh.
And a lot of people know me as the original It's Over 9,000 voice of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. It's over 9,000! Oh my goodness. What else are some fun ones? I played Wolverine and Venom and Knuckles, some really fun ones, and right now I'm playing Eggman and Sonic Prime. Too much fun.
Hold on. You can't just casually throw out I was Vegeta and Venom in the same statement without me losing my shit for a second. How dare you?
Dare you?
That's so cool.
What's so many fun? And you said you had a question about random crazy.
Like a niche one, like a weird niche one that none of them.
You know what? One I got to do quite a bit of. Some people may know this series, Puka. I don't know if everyone's seen that series. I played Garu, the love interest to Puka. I was in every single episode, but he did not have one word of dialogue. He only made noises and grunts and karate moves and trying to get away from her as she tried to kiss him. So that was a very interesting role to be cast in and never speak a word.
Give her a round of applause.
Hi, I'm Olivia Hack. I played Ty Lee in Avatar The Last Airbender. And your auras are all very pink. I also play Chloe in Bratz, Jose in Persona 5, Rhonda, the rich bitch in Hey Arnold, Katuni in Clone Wars. I don't know, just a little bit of.
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
all over
yeah,
the place. Do you have a weird niche one? Do you have like one that's like
No,
nobody would know?
well, yeah. No one would know this because you know that video game, The Sims?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is such bullshit. So it is. So I got asked to do a Sims video game, and it was Sims Medieval, right? It was like a spin-off.
Oh, okay.
And they're in like medieval times, and they're like, this is gonna be like super popular. People are gonna love this, whatever. Because it was a lot of work, because it was like Simglish and British accent and all this stuff. Like a kid, all this. And they're like, you're gonna work for years on this. They do so many expansion packs. This is just, you're gonna be doing this job for like a decade. I did it for like 1 year. It came out, and then nobody bought it. Nobody's ever heard of this thing. Like, yeah, so that's like obscure, non-obscure.
That is the most
yeah.
common thing that happens in this career.
So,
If anybody tells you that a project's like this project's gonna be big,
yeah.
that immediately dooms it. Like the fact that you said that out loud dooms it.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jenny Kwan, and I play your favorite Kyoshi warrior, Sugi, on Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm also the voice of Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6, and maybe a couple animes you may know. Let's see. Scissor 7, I play the 13th best assassin in the world, and I play Sadako Hojo in Higurashi, and Mayuki Mise in High Rise Invasion, and Sonoko Suzuki in Detective Conan.
Nice.
So, I don't remember. Yeah.
I love that Olivia knew all of them.
She
Like,
does. She's my
she's like
agent.
your number one fan that sent them on here.
I know. I'm very grateful. Yeah. So, there you go.
Do you have a project or anything that you worked on that would be like super niche that nobody's heard of?
Okay, I forgot about this when I was doing it, but probably last year I was watching an episode of Avatar. Does anybody remember Ember Island? Ember Island, yeah, you guys remember that? So I'm watching and I was like, oh, I like this episode, it's so cute. And the moon spirit comes on, I was like, oh, that bitch. And so I'm listening to it and I was like, I had to watch to the end of the credits. I was like, oh yeah, I voiced that in the show. I was like, I totally forgot I did that. And then like, when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, they told me to do like an impression of her while I was recording. And I was like, I have to do her, who is my nemesis, so to speak, if she has any sort of, any sort of nemesis, but that was her. And then I just remembered that last year. So, there you go, there you go.
Jenny, I don't know if you know this about me. Like, I have top three fandoms. One of
do?
them is ATLA. You've opened up a whole can of worms.
I seriously forgot.
I'm gonna show up at your booth being like,
Awesome. Great, great.
do you think Suki knew?
Well, now the actor Jenny knows. Yeah. To refresh her memory. There you
Give
go.
her a round of applause.
I'm Brian Bartley. I am Rei Ayanami in Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Woo!
I'm Sage in Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm Shoko in Jujutsu Kaisen. Komi in Hunter x Hunter. Makomo in Demon Slayer. And a lot of other things. Onike in Mary and the Journey of Nike.
One guy. That was awesome. You're the best.
And then let's see. Okay, so and Kari in Digimon, and Alistair in Pokemon. And for weird obscure things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do a lot of additional voices in movie and TV. It's called loop group. And I've done a lot of really, like 200 different things, so a lot of different amazing things, including this year, Deadpool vs. Wolverine, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, I did the Mini Pups, the Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown, that's in theaters right now. Yeah, I think that's a good movie, actually. Hoping it, gets nominated for a lot of stuff. And a lot of Marvel movies, what is it, Infinity War, and all the new Spider-Man movies.
I would like to point out I said something obscure.
So in did you guys see Spider-Man Far From Home? So do you remember when he's in, I think it's Germany or something, and there's a lady on the street that says "knocked monkey" and runs off? That's me. And running off. Also in Boss Baby, do you remember when they're like having the conversation? He's like, "Oh yeah, if you knew what was in hot dogs, you'd never eat one again." And then they get in the elevator. That's me saying, "Going upsies." So those are my obscure things. Also, I have a cool Jujutsu Kaisen thing that I'm eventually going to announce, but I keep forgetting. In Jujutsu Kaisen, I played the worm, Koji's worm. My most beautiful character. Okay,
Worm.
it's hideous. But he really is just like, that's me. And we accidentally messed up his translation and called him Megami, which is a whole story of its own. So now I can sign things as Megami Toji's worm, and it's a fun thing for us Jujutsu Kaisen fans.
That's always something to tell your mom.
Yeah.
I was aware. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, it's just hilarious because for some reason, like, it got lost in translation. We thought his name was Megami, and the dub came out that way, and like, it's a whole thing. So his name is not Megami. We messed up.
It is now.
Yeah, actually. So yeah, that's me.
I love whenever you see a director give up. Like there was a director trying to get us to say soul rights, and none of us were of that persuasion. And by the middle of the season, he's like, no one said it right, just say however you want it.
But no, mostly Shoko is like the main reason I'm on that show. And she's cool.
Give her a round of applause, that's awesome. And normally before we get into the main bulk of all this, I like to ask one last question. So real quick, we're here at the end of 2024, thank God. Because it's been a really hard ride. Has there been any like really stand-up moments for you guys this year? Either something that like you've accomplished or something that was just weird, like a weird thing that might have happened, like anything that you guys either career or personal.
I was a Happy Meal toy this year.
Oh, congratulations! Give her a round of applause. That's awesome.
So I raised Pom Pom Puddin, the yellow dog on Hello Kitty. This is him. And he got his own Happy Meal toy this year, and they let us do the commercial campaign. So that was actually like bucket list, yeah. That was literally, I was like, always, it was a dream to be any character that got its own Happy Meal toy. But to get to actually do the commercial campaign associated with the toys, that was bucket list.
Follow-up question, did you get one?
Oh yeah.
Is it weird to
I
like,
held it
how
on my
did
table.
did you resist like the like,
I don't think I said anything.
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
good,
no.
good, that's way cooler than
But
I
I did like suspiciously buy 20 of them, so.
Ma'am? Anybody else?
I died after one Happy Meal.
What was the question?
Like any standout moments from this year, either something you accomplished or it also could just be a weird funny moment?
Well, we can talk together. Jenny and I got to do our favorite con this year besides Okicon.
Yes.
We got to do a con in Alaska.
Uh-huh.
That was amazing, right?
Right. That was such a spectacular. I thought about it this morning. Jenny's deathly afraid of flying, and I made her go in a helicopter. And for 3 months before, she kept calling me and going like, "Is this a reputable company?" I literally was starting to about it.
I had to push her on this helicopter.
Push her off.
Yeah. But then we rode into a glacier, which was really,
We went horseback riding.
it was so
It was
spectacular.
Great. Yeah, it was a teeny tiny little con. It was
So special, and that's the joys of being able to do things like this. Is like it's such a unique opportunity, not only to meet everybody, but to be able to experience that. That is one of my favorite things this year.
I'm up. Wow, exciting things. It hasn't been released yet, but I believe it's going to be coming out next year. Very exciting series. And because I'm Canadian and got to be on it, there's a new series coming out called Super Team Canada. Will Arnett and Kobe Smulders are two of the cast members with me on the show. I play one of the Super Team Canada. And some villains on the show. Some people might have heard of the province called Saskatchewan. My character is a big, super powerful Sasquatch called Sasquatchewan. So Very cool. It's very funny. It really pokes tons of fun at Canadians. The Coen brothers that write for The Simpsons, not the Coen brothers movie makers, but there's Coens that do Simpson writers. They wrote the show, and we just wrapped up that series recently. It's coming up soon, and it is a blast. Really fun to work with those guys too. So I'm looking forward to that coming out this fall.
That's awesome. You're around of applause. It's so cool.
Screw it. I'm going to jump right to fandom. So I got to attend a convention not too long ago, and at that show, I got to get Robert Englund's autograph, who played Freddy Krueger. That's an action figure that I've had since I was a little kid. And I got to have dinner at the same convention with Priscilla Presley.
Yes, yeah.
So, and I got her autograph too from my mom. So, kind of a big year for me. And that was just a one weekend.
Brad, I have a little thing. So when I was a kid taking singing lessons, I probably was about 13, and Priscilla Presley used to take her, my singing teacher, and sometimes I'd have to go after her, and I'd be like, that's Priscilla Presley, that's Priscilla. And like, I was a kid, but I knew, and I was like, oh my gosh, she drives a Range Rover, oh my gosh, I want to follow her, but I didn't. So I was like, but I never talked to her because I was super shy. But I was like, whoa.
She's American royalty, but she couldn't be any nicer, and she shouldn't be. She should have been standoffish and kind of quickly. She's lovely. So incredible.
That's awesome. Give that a round of applause. I just this year became aware of the power Elvis Presley still has, because I thought, oh, that's gone. That's done. No, that will never die. Well, so that's amazing. That's because it's a much more interesting life. So, without further ado, we're going to move right into the actual panel. So, this panel is born out of what the most commonly asked question we get asked in these panels: how do I become a voice actor? Is anybody in this room who wants to be a voice actor? Wow, yeah, I knew as soon as one went up, others would grow up. So, the problem with that question is that it doesn't have an answer. Each one of these people could tell you how they got into voice acting, and they would be vastly, vastly different. To the point that even if we were to recreate it and do everything they did, it would not work for you. Every single one of them. And the only good answer to that question is just be an actor. So I decided to create a dumb way of showing you kind of what our job is. So the first game we're going to play is a game called Let's Try This. The one skill an actor needs to have above all else is be directable. So if you've seen me play this game before, if you've seen this panel before, this year's line is from a great movie called The Bridge. It's called, the line is, I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming. And it's the Grinch line. So that's going to be your line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to deliver that line, and then as we go along, I'm going to give you worse and worse directions. Are you guys ready to play? Okay, would you please just give me a baseline read, whatever inspires for that line?
Okay. Can we do whatever voice?
Whatever you want.
Strikes us?
The game's open.
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Ooh, okay. Denny, can you give me just a little bit more?
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Olivia, can you give me even more?
I should have said the one lower.
Oh no, I was good. I was so excited you went so far.
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Give that a round of applause. Well, no, that was great. Can we take it in the opposite direction? Can you just do something in the opposite direction?
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Can you make that much less intelligible?
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Do more.
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Brad, can you give me what that sounds like, but in English? Good luck.
What? What's your direction?
Can you give me what you think that line would be interpreted into if they were hearing it?
I must find a beard for my present.
So we're gonna go back. Can you give me the actual line? But this time, can you give it to me as a threat?
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Okay, that's good. I like what we do. But can you actually, let's take it enough. Can you flirt with me? Me particularly.
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Ryan, can you give me that exact same read? Say that.
Yes, I can. I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Okay, I really like that. He looks uncomfortable. You look uncomfortable. Now do it this direction.
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Give another round of applause. Could you? Oh, you look uncomfortable. Can you deliver this line to her, but making as uncomfortable eye contact as you possibly can?
I must find some way. Forgot my line. To keep Christmas.
Yeah. Jenny, can you give that line to her, but as if you were noticing that this person is like staring at you?
Sorry, there's no eye contact in voice acting. I'm just letting you know.
Let me just say.
Ooh, I'm revealing that I'm a fool.
Wait, what's the direction?
The direction is that you were, throughout the line, you were noticing that she is just staring at you uncomfortably. Yeah, that's around the applause. Olivia, can you give this line to me as a Jehovah's Witness that's showing up at my door?
Hi. I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like the direction we're going, that's good. Let's, can you give me that line again, but as a serial killer? That's also showing up at my door.
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
Brian, can you give me this line? Brian, sorry, I should enunciate. I'm also a voice actor.
Brian.
It's like Brian. It's so amazing. Can you give me that line as like a dad having a talk with their son?
I do play a dad on Cocomelon, believe it or not. Voice of Vegeta.
Cocomelon?
Voice of Vegeta.
No, hold on. Give it to me as that dad.
He sees the wheels on the bus and everything. That's me, yeah. So, you're
Do it as that dad.
Leave my house constantly
Oh, sorry.
right now.
That's me. So, all right. So, listen up, JJ. I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming. Okay? Now, after you.
Okay, there are no applause. Okay. You know what? We're gonna go a little further. Actually, let's do that same dad. Love what you're doing. Love the dad. Let's do the same dad when you're having the talk.
Oh, that's fine. All right. So,
I just realized this line won't work.
Yeah.
Actually, I just realized what the line is and what it was going to be. I'm going to hit that off. This is all I can show.
should we pick a different line?
Yeah, well, no.
Same line? Okay. Brad, you've been in your room a lot lately. There's been a lot of sounds in your room, and It's okay. It's natural. It's a real thing. But Grandma and Grandpa are coming over.
And scene.
And because of this, I must keep Christmas from coming. Okay, there we go.
I tried to hit it off. You watched me try. You watched me try. He's like, no, you did this. You should have your one do you have kids? How old are they?
They're very young.
They're very young?
Yeah, 2 and 3. Oh, yeah.
It's either of them talking. Is that talking age yet?
Yeah, so my daughter talks.
Okay.
And my son speaks a different language.
Okay. Oh, this is
going
going to be
to
amazing.
understand what he's saying.
Okay, I want you to give me the line as your daughter first.
Almost time so to keep Christmas from Again.
That's it. Yeah, she
Yeah,
sounds a little
That's a little horror film that is going on.
I just messed her up as the twin girls from The Shining.
Yeah, just copy paste. This is composite shot. Okay, so you said your son speaks a different language. I just want to know what that is. So can you give me the line as your son now?
What? No. What? No. What? No. Okay, side story. Anybody watch Toy Story?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have very little kids and they love Toy Story, you go through all of the Toy Stories. And there's a bunch of Toy Story shorts as well. And so my son is wandering around going, what? No. What? No. I'm like, I don't know what he's babbling about, but it's really cute. And then we throw on one of the Toy Story shorts, and Forky is having a conversation with a ceramic mug that he thinks its name is what? No. Because the mom is constantly on the phone carrying around that mug going, what? No. What? No. So instead of thinking that my kid had some kind of like severe issue, he's just regurgitating from Pixar. It's better or worse.
I thought my child was possessed by Little John. That's amazing. Give that a round of applause. Fantastic. All right, so the next game we're going to play is that a lot. Sometimes we're given you audition for a character, you go through the whole process of getting cast, and like the character you're going to play. You have a lot of time to develop these characters. Sometimes you don't, especially for kind of not main characters, like the not main cast. Sometimes they'll just bring you in for a session, and it's like, here's the character, and you have seconds to make up a voice. So you look at this character and you decide what they're going to sound like. Give it up for my sound engineer, Andrew. He's been an amazing person, always been. Every series, some pictures I'm going to show behind you, and then you're going to give me whatever your crack at what that character would sound like. So, without further ado, are you guys ready to play? All right, give me the first character. All right. Since I start on that end, could you give me this character as if they were trying to sell you? They're trying to sell you their Mary Kay stuff.
I have the best makeup for you. I have so many eyeshadows of every color. And for your nails, I have nails. I have long nails, you see. I would give them a file.
Give me a round of applause. I thought you were going to go higher. I like that you went lower. That's awesome.
You just keep daggers.
Oh God, no, not at all.
All right, Jenny, do you want to give it a try?
$5 5 cents. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Oh, hello. Knock, knock, knock. Yes, can I come in? Don't you want your fur to be long and luscious? I have just the treatment for you. You're going to absolutely love my Mary Kay products. And yes, I can paint your nails. Oh, and what else? Oh, maybe I can interest you in some rouge.
You're an applause.
Sometimes going the other way can be fun too.
Oh, hey. I'm here with Mary Kay. Yeah. And, yeah, I know I'm not the typical salesperson, but and I don't even have eyelids to put eyeshadow, but I love color and I love pretty things, so maybe you'd love it too.
That was awesome. Like, that was like two-tone. That was crazy.
Hi. This is my first day on the job. I don't know much about cosmetics, but I guess I'm pretty colored, so they gave me the job. I can tell you more about toothpaste and Ozzy. But here, buy some lip gloss. Please.
I like the idea he could afford the starter set, so he's like, I don't have any, like, you know, fingernail polish, but I got this toothpaste. I got a lot of toothpaste, like, I got a PGD level of toothpaste. All right, can I get the next character, please? I want you to know I chose what my prompt was before I saw what the image was. I didn't pick any of these. So my next prompt was, can you give me this character as they're asking you out? Unbelievably unfortunate. Like I chose one. Yeah, I'll just keep doing it anyway. Chaos Corner. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Startup Bradley.
My crystal ball tells me that we are compatible. I don't blink. Let's go watch a movie.
Oh, no.
Do you come here often? I've never seen you under the bridge before. Come down to the cellar with me, we'll have a wonderful time.
Wait, hold up. The bridge is a cellar?
This bridge does, yes.
Hello, my darling. Would you like to go out for a date? You're so handsome, and virgin blood is so
Excuse you.
Hello. John called me to tell me that I'm going to pick you up as my blind date. I'd like to go and eat some pizza.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh my, well, hello, big boy. I think we would have a lot of natural chemistry.
That's it. That's her.
It was, Brian, it was the punched bees for me. Big Owen. You never know. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, with the little time we have right underneath that, does anybody have any questions they want to ask? But here's the kicker. There is, I don't do anything wrong. So this is the part we're going to have a very quick Q&A with the time remaining. But you have to plan for it. So here's how this goes. It's called Roll for Initiative, and I have a D20, and you're going to roll against me. If you roll higher than me, you can ask as many questions as you want, without being weird. Don't be weird. If I roll higher than you, we need to ask you a question. So, who wants to play? Please line up right over here.
Risky.
All right, so you first. Hurry, let's get faster. A whole lot of time. All right, stop. No more. I know, I'm sorry, you went fast. Run. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready to play? Oh, I'll show you what to do first. Don't you betray me. Oh, you are such a little... Okay, a 7, you have to beat a 7. You have a great chance. An 11. Oh, that's so pathetic. All right, you guys get
It's set to my volume.
Oh, might be louder?
Yeah, I'm loud.
Oh no. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Brian.
Yes.
How did you feel? Do you remember voicing Nick in Barbie, the Princess and the Pauper?
Of course I do. Yeah. Bro, Nick was not bright. Sharpest tool in the show. I did. That's, of course, sorry, I wish AJ could have been here with us because AJ was the prince in The Princess and the Pauper, but Nick was one of the dumb sidekicks he was. Yeah, it was fun, very fun. I think to do anything as a sidekick to Martin Short, I mean, that was a bonus.
What is wrong with you?
That's a 16. What? I swear, if you roll like a 2. A 16! Five. Okay, it's going to be my first one. Don't you. 12, okay. 12, so we get to ask you a question. Yes. Anybody got a question loaded up? Locked and loaded?
Question loaded up. No. I shouldn't have them loaded up.
Favorite obscure anime?
Ooh.
Yes.
Favorite obscure anime.
Generator Golf.
Ooh. What a choice. You're out of line. Well, good. That is horseshit. That is a 19 on the dice. I don't even bother rolling.
Don't even bother.
I don't even bother rolling. I swear if I critical fail. It was almost a 2, but it doesn't matter what I roll. All right, next question.
All right, so this is for me and the 2 Nikkei fans in the audience. What was the voice direction for Marion and Dorian?
Oh, that's a good question. So for Marion, we kind of started like baseline, kind of normal anime girl, and Modernia was actually, when she gets her memory wiped, the direction was like a baby. Like she still sounds.
Give me more babies.
Yeah, like I mean, she still. It has to be vocally the same because it's the same person, but like everything is new and very naive and that kind of thing. And then she turns into a queen. So yeah, there's a lot of different versions of her. But yeah, that's a good question. That's a awesome. Thank you.
Give her an applause. Cool. 11. That's a pretty middling roll. This right. If you like me, if you love me, you will.
No. It's a 5.
That's a good question.
Not just specific to anime, what is your Mount Rushmore of action performances?
Ooh, what does that mean?
And does this mean of ours, or of any acting
anyone.
performance?
Like your favorite, like Rob Williams as the Jingle.
Oh, wow. In animation?
No, anything.
Any acting performance? Oh, wow.
Like what inspired you? What is your Mount Rushmore?
Got it. Now I understand.
Those are different ones than what inspired me and then enacting Mount Rushmore. I was inspired.
It's your list, your list.
I'll say, yeah, I was inspired because of by Back to the Future. That's the movie I saw that made me want to be an actor. Because Michael J. Fox is from Canada, British Columbia, where I'm from. I thought that guy could do it. It's such a cool movie. I love it so much. He was that movie inspired me to want to be an actor. Mount Rushmore of acting. I don't know if anyone's seen Anthony Hopkins in The Father. It's soul crushing movie, but he is incredible. I probably have. Is that the Alzheimer's movie? Yes. Yeah, he is incredible, but he's sort of in my top 5 of actors of all time. So, and I remember seeing that one recently, and it's just incredible. So I'll put that one out there.
When I was a little kid watching Saturday morning cartoons, I didn't really make the connection that voice acting was a big part of that. But in hindsight, as I got a little bit older, anything Del Blanc did with Looney Tunes and stuff like that, I realized what a gem and a wonderful, being he was in kind of creating and I don't know, I guess inspiring a lot of animation performances here in North America. And for me personally, I'm a huge Jim Henson fan.
Woo!
So anything that Jim Henson did, when I was a young kid, whatever was magic to me, and still is to this day. So I don't know if that's a really good answer.
That's a great answer. Give that a round of applause.
I think one of our greatest living voice actors is a voice actor named D. Bradley Baker. Do you guys know who that is? So he plays Appa and Momo in Avatar: Last Airbender, but that's like the smallest thing he's done. He's used them for creature sounds, so for animals. So even live action movies, he usually has a credit on him because he'll just sit there and he can sound like a dog barking or a cricket or whatever. He's amazing. And if you do want to be a voice actor, he has an amazing website called iwanttobeavoiceactor.com that outlines anything you could possibly know. I mean, we all learn things from that website. It's so in depth, so you can check it out. Yes, and it is free.
Oh, I was trying to think of one specifically voiceover related just for fun. And for me, like H. Daly as Tommy Pickles comes to mind, or Nancy Cartwright on The Simpsons.
You didn't ask me, but Steve Bloom's mine.
Yeah, what?
All right, get out of the applause. I'm golden, you're the last one. Sorry. If you have any, I know, but we have to stick to my times. But if you have any other unanswered questions, they will be at their booth in the exhibit hall. You can ask them as many questions you can think of so come see them. So, give it up for our last question. There we roll. Let's roll. Wow. That's a good roll. That's a 16 on the dice. You have one chance before you get retired. You're literally half. Literally half. That is an 8 on the dice. 5.
What is a character that you don't think that you would get along with if they were real, that you voice? Like a character you voice that you would probably not like them in real life.
Wow. You know, I'm going to tell you what you actually asked them. Because if they're good actors, which all of them are, that means a piece of themselves that is in every character. You just ask them, what part of yourself do you not like?
How much time do we have left? I got all day for this answer.
That's the question, all of them.
I'm going to go obscure for this one. There was a show called Zoids.
Oh my gosh!
So I worked on a couple of those shows, but the character I played on the first Zoids was a guy named Harry Champ, a man destined to be king. And he was kind of a spoiled brat, as far as like other characters on that show got to maybe pilot one of the vehicles, and Harry got like a whole armada of them. So something tells me that, coming from a very working class family and all that kind of stuff, I would have some issue with the spoiled brat that is Harry Champ, who thinks he's a man destined to be king.
You know what? That's fair. That's get her on the applause. So, anybody else hate themselves?
Always a little bit. There's a little bit there. But I love the character overall, the arc And in the history of animation, he's one of my favorites, Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. But early, OG, when he first appears on Earth, he is a badass POS. I'm sorry. And I would not get along with that version of Vegeta at all. I don't like that type of attitude in most people. But he comes around and makes some different choices as the show moves along. So that would be me.
All right. You know what? I get that valid. He also probably would murder you, but like,
He would kill me.
Yeah, instantaneously. So there's that. Like, I don't like being murdered. Anybody else? Nobody?
I mean, I play generally pretty nice characters, but I guess on Shimmer and Shine, I played the young version of Zeta, which is the main antagonist. She's pretty nasty.
So you're,
Yeah.
No.
She's mean. Yeah, so maybe, and bratty, like, yeah, especially as a kid. So maybe Zeta?
I play a lot of crazy characters, so I probably won't like anyone. I don't know what they're trying to say. Anybody else? Is that good? Nope, yeah. Give them a round of applause! Thank you guys so much for doing this panel. Like I said before, they will be in the exhibitor hall. They'll be selling prints, autographs, the whole 9 yards. And if you do not get to ask a question, sorry, I'm not good at managing my time. But you can ask them at their booth, they will answer it. Please give up one more time for all our celebrities.
We'll talk about that.